crafty friends, Jen Cassell here. I am back with another design team project share and tutorial for Scrap Diva Designs. So before we get started, here is the website and all of the info on the back. Make sure to use that hashtag Scrap Diva Designs for some amazing inspiration. And as always, if I've inspired you in any way, please feel free to use my coupon code JEN10 for 10% off your purchase at the shop. I super appreciate everyone who uses my coupon code and affiliate link. I do get a small kickback and it helps me continue to create free content for you guys. So you may have seen this in my release video, and I use the Scrap Diva sunflower die as well as the new piece symbol keychain that came out. It's part of a 3 set, and you get a flower, a piece symbol, and this cute little smiley face, and then you get a backing. So you have the shakers. So retro shaker keychain we used. And I also used the large sunflower bag topper set for this, as well as this is the butterfly bag topper that came out a little while back. So I started off with this cute little design, as you see here. I did a rainbow sunflower, and then I just did the individual petals in distress ink. I cut it with white cardstock and then just colored everything myself. So I sat down to do a tutorial of this, and it ended up becoming the final project of my bearly.art DT15 term. So if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw this. I think I did share it to YouTube Shorts as well. So stinking cute. Love, love, love how this turned out. So I used that sunflower bag topper and I started to do another rainbow one, and I did the rainbow a little differently for this one. I use that really fabulous collection that I've been using from Etsy that I will link in the description box. And I ended up going back and getting the clip art because she had given me a coupon for buying the paper. So I ended up playing with it. I came up with this, absolutely love it. Came up with this feeling groovy at the bottom, super cute. So it's 2 pieces of acetate that hold a box, and the box just slides out like so. And here, let me show you. So this is what I did with it. I have the sliding function at the bottom, and I did the sunflower bag topper at the top. Super, super cute. Inside, I used, this is the Scrap Diva Designs gift card holder that came out last month. I will link that as well. I have another one of those small rainbow sunflowers. This is from the small sunflower bag topper I used for that. And then I just did a bunch of ephemera, and inside there's a little spot to put your gift card. So I did this cute little gift set, and next I did a little card too. I did use one of those sunflowers again right here. I did the new Scrap Diva flower. This is the open petal flower, so cute. And then I just did some mushrooms on my Cricut that I hand colored as well. This is an embossing folder in the back, and then the double stitched arch to kind of pop everything up. So fun. And then inside I put your whole vibe, babe. Don't forget it. This was done on my Cricut. And if you notice, there is a little bit of sheen to this. I am using a different paper. This is a koala glossy photo paper that I used for this. Love how it turned out. I just thought it had like a really fun sheen for this whole theme. But so this is what we're going to be creating today. I am going to show you how I did my rainbow bag topper as well. And we're going to go to put this box together. So if you'd like to see a tutorial, stay tuned. So you'll see that I've already cut out 2 of the large sunflowers, 1 of the small. I'm using Distress Stain and Mustard Seed to give me an all-over base color, adding some white spots so that I can get a brighter color on the other colors that I will be using. I also used Kitsch Flamingo. We used pickled raspberry, carved pumpkin, peacock feathers, salvage patina, as well as mermaid lagoon. Apply the color randomly. There really is no terrible way to do this. It's going to look good regardless. I use the orange to kind of give it a little depth in some areas. Don't worry about the middle. We're going to be covering that up. If you want your sunflower to look more like the original, you would just do 2 petals in each shade that you choose and then stagger them. I didn't do any special blending with that one. I do find it easiest to go from lightest to darkest with the colors. That way it blends a little easier. I did try to keep the flower predominantly yellow, especially for the first layer, which you see more. So once we have the flowers all inked up, I'm going to go ahead and use my bone folder to curve the petals on each of the sunflower layers. Once the petals are curved, I'm just going to push those petals back up inwards towards the center of the flower. Once the petals are pushed upwards, you can begin layering each of the sunflowers. So starting with the small one, I'm using bearly.art glue to add that to the next layer, making sure that those petals are staggered. You could even use foam between the layers for a little added volume. So now that I have my sunflower put together, I am going to start doing the bag topper portion and add a little bit of my bearly.art glue. I've already cut the tab off this one so that I can just pop these together. I am going to pop this sunflower up with some foamies, and I will be using these Cubie strips from bearly.art for this. I love the strips. Sometimes I just don't want to do all those individual squares, you know? Hey, super cute. I'm going to set this aside. I am going to add a little bit more to this, but I'm going to hold off for a moment and start building my box. So I'm going to show you this right here. This is what we need for our box. Go ahead and screenshot it if you want. But our box is going to be 8 by 5.5, and I'm going to score at 1.5 inches on all sides. So I've got my scoring board out, and I'm just going to start doing a 1/4 of a turn after scoring at 1.5. Now for the base is going to be 5 by 3.5, and we're going to score at 1/2 inch on the 3.5 inch side. So on the short side, we're going to do 1/2 inch and then do a 1/2 turn. And then we are also going to need some acetate. I'm using bearly.art Clearly Craft Plastic. If you haven't tried this stuff, oh my God, run and get it. You guys, it's so good. Best acetate ever. Cuts so nice. And it has protective layers on both sides. That's why it looks a little fuzzy on my screen right now. It's because you have the 2 protective layers on there. When you take those protective layers off, it is crystal clear. So good. So we're going to make a couple cuts to our box. Pay no attention to my little mess up right here. But at the score line, just cut right up the score line and then V it out. And we're going to do the exact same thing with this side here. Up to the score line and V out. And then flip it and do the exact same thing on this end. And we're also going to create tabs on this side. So go ahead and right up from the score line, V it out. All right, now all of my score lines are nice and tight on this. Make sure you go over them with a bone folder. And now I am going to get my bearly.art glue and start gluing these tabs in. So let's set that aside, let it cure, and we're going to start working on the base. So I like to use double-sided tape when I am doing acetates. Just no dry time. You have to be a little more precise with it, but I like it. So now I also have the two sides. So those are two 5 1/2 inch strips. I have them right here, and I am going to go ahead and put some patterned paper on. So I applied some patterned paper to both strips. I just made it 1/8 of an inch smaller on all sides. So it's got a 1/16 of an inch border. And while I'm at it, I am going to put a couple pieces of pattern paper on the sides of my box as well. That's really the only thing that's going to be showing. You're not going to see much from the front. Okay, so I have the strips of pattern paper here, and I'm ready to get started applying the sides. I'm going to add this to the front, making sure to line everything up before I move along. I'm going to grab some more of my double-sided adhesive. Once again, let's flip that over and apply a little more double-sided tape. All right, so now I'm just going to line up my acetate and make sure that you're getting it right above that crease. And while I still have this flat, once again, I am going to add just a little bit of double-sided tape to this, just to make it easier on myself. Let's grab the acetate. Perfect. Once again, I'm going to flip that over and add just a little more double-sided tape to the top of this. Now we can focus our attention on our bag topper, and I am going to add a little more double-sided tape to this. So just along the bottom, and then I'll add a little here too. I'm not pressing very hard. And by working on that grid pattern, I know everything is lined up for me. Because you guys know I hate to measure. I'm going to line up my two edges of the acetate and then flip this over to make sure that it's straight. And that's it. You got it. That's how it's done. So we can put this inside like so. And I'm actually going to decorate the front. I did a couple of really cute designs that I'm going to pull out for this. So I have this Don't Worry, Be Hippie that I thought was really cute. I did Groovy Vibes as well. I brought out, this is what I made during my print and cut tutorial. If you guys are interested in learning how I do all of my handmade ephemera like this, I do have a new tutorial on that out. Go ahead and check that out. I will link it. And then I just did some more of these really cute, just randos that I have in here that I thought would be fun. And then I did do my little handmade buy. So I popped that up. So I am going to use this little rainbow here, and I added some double-sided adhesive to this, as well as a couple of foam dots at the top, just because I know this is going to angle out and I want everything to sit straight. I'm going to add this cute open flower from the May release. So good. And then I have peace, but I have it in 2 sizes. I think I like the smaller. Just add that. All right, so that's it. Like I said, if you wanted to add some additional pattern paper, that would look really cute too. I still might go in there and add it, but this is a great start. Love it. Love, love, love. Let's take a look at my original again. So cute. And inside you'll find that little mushroom card and gift card holder. And then this one right here. Adorbs. So thank you again for watching. I sure hope you like this tutorial. I had so much fun creating it for you. And please head on over to Scrap Diva Designs. If I've inspired you in any way, feel free to use my coupon code JEN10 for 10% off your purchase at the shop. And head on over to bearly.art, show them some support. Love their glue, love their acetate, love their cubies. And you can use my coupon code JENNCASCELL for that. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more crafty content. I'll see you in the next crafty video. Bye.